back and
Yes, we
winding down another cool night.
Yes.
So, you know all those problems on our border?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, now there's like militias down there. There's like people that have just taken it into their own hands.
I thought they were giving them. I thought I saw something about Trump giving them tents or something.
I think so. Yeah, they may have. I don't think they. I'm not sure if they did though. They're trying to. I mean, there's like not enough room for them. You know. I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy. So then he was saying that he was gonna like put them. That he was gonna like send them all to sanctuary cities. It's like crazy. Oh man. You know.
Trump is crazy.
Exactly. But so are the fucking Democrats. They need to figure out something. Okay? I mean, they need to try and solve I mean, I think if they could come up with a reasonable solution, I think Trump's people would appreciate that too. I mean, they know he doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but I think the Trump people are in the situation now that it's kind of like you kind of back the fool, so you got to stay backing them no matter what, and so you make the other side figure stuff out.
Maybe.
Even if you know stuff. I just think that no matter what happens, it's just going to hit. Next, when we do the election, everybody's just going to have to make sure they don't vote him back in.
Well,
that's the
I
only
hope
thing,
so,
and that's the best
man.
we're going to get.
You know, yeah, I hope so.
That's my opinion.
Okay, see, that's what I have. Okay, now a lot of my, there's many of my fellow queers that really like Pete Buttigieg. You know, do you seen him?
No, I ain't never seen him.
Oh, okay. Well, he's 37 years old. He's the mayor of South Bend, Indiana. He's gay, and he's running for president. Okay. And he's been getting a ton of attention. Mm-hmm. And
are you gonna vote for him?
Hell no. To me, I see it as, and this is he's like another entitled young white dude. I don't care that he's gay. And I said that, I'm real careful on Facebook, and because, you're the mayor of a town. You don't know shit. He's served in the military. I like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think it's, so that is a very good, I'm just big on foreign policy, as you know, and so few people have, so he certainly has a good understanding, a valuable perspective from serving in the military. I'll give him that. But it's this idea of public service that I think a lot of people don't have. And for me, there's a whole lot of stuff where my initial response is not to think I'm going to go in and run the show. It's going to be, I'm going to come in and help. And we're in such bad shape, we need to try and get Trump out of office. And so here's somebody like this guy who's got some charisma, and he should be getting involved in helping to elect Democrats. It's the same thing. Yeah, the same reason I hate, me and my brother both hate Beto. Yeah. He reminds us of Bobby Kennedy, and we don't like Bobby Kennedy. And we like Lyndon Johnson, and Lyndon Johnson would have hated Beto because he's like a wuss. Because he lost Texas, and he's not, and he lost his own fucking state. So that's like, who the fuck do you think you are? You didn't win in your own state, and you think you can run for president, okay? You got some attention. Go help other people get elected. And so somebody got really upset about it. Blah blah blah. It means so much to me that he's gay, and I'm just like, I'm staying out of this conversation. But it's like, help elect Kamala, you fucker. I don't know. I mean, I've been wanting a woman president since I knew what a president was. And man, I don't know how the women that are older than me even handle it. You know, I mean, we should have gotten Hillary and we got Trump. And I want a woman who's been in there doing her thing. But, oh, okay. I feel like some of the people who are out there who have gotten, like, seduced. Like here, you know, like Beto got some attention in his own state, so he thought he was hot shit. Like, that doesn't make any difference. I mean, remember when Obama spoke in 2004 at the convention?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you just saw him. I mean, he presented himself to a national audience, and he tore it up. I mean, he blew the roof off the place, and people wanted him to run for president. Like, yeah, he wanted to run for president, but people really, he was called to serve. I mean, it wasn't like, so some of these guys like Buttigieg, like, okay, well, I'm gonna go out and introduce myself to people and get people to know me and vote for me, whereas we've had nobody like Obama who showed up and was invited. You know, people wanted him to do it, and so I just really missed that. I don't feel like we have that with anybody, or you know, even so I just feel like people like Buttigieg, like, they don't even remember that. They don't even, or they weren't conscious, or Beto, like, they don't have a concept of what it can, dog. They don't have a concept of what it means to really inspire people. So, I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? You're a mayor. Big fucking deal, man. You don't know anything. You have not served in Congress. You haven't done anything. You know, you haven't been a governor. I mean, the bar just gets lower and lower. So, yeah, I'm pissed about that. My hope is just that Kamala is going around and just meeting people and staying and doing her thing, because it's the fucking media that gets swept up by Beto and Buttigieg and it's just sort of hitting me, all these bees and, you know, and Burn Dog.
Burn Dog.
Yeah, he's such a fucking grump, too. I mean, he's not a nice guy. Would you want to hang out with him? No.
I play basketball with him. I liked watching him play basketball. It's pretty funny.
He plays basketball?
You never seen Bernie when he was shooting hoops?
No, I try not to look at him.
Oh, it's hilarious.
What, can he play?
I mean, he can shoot, but he's an old guy. I mean, come on.
He looks
it
like
looks
an
funny,
idiot.
but it's funny. I mean, he was shooting. He was shooting hoops. It just looked...
No, he's too old for that. He must look like an idiot. I watch him as little as
I think he was trying to do it at the time.
Like, dude, you're not Obama.
I know. But he was trying to, you know, because I think that's one of the reasons why people didn't want to vote for him. He looks like a granddaddy. I mean, he just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Meanwhile, okay, so, I mean, talk about down by Me Too, you know, the whole thing with Biden and that woman who, I used to really like that woman, you know, who, you know, wrote the piece complaining about him, but, you know, he put his hand on my shoulders and, like, smelled my hair. Yeah. You've had 5 years to talk to him about it, lady. And she had just been to a Beto rally. I mean, that's low. That is just really lame. And I think you should give somebody a chance to, ooh, don't make me look at him, man. Yuck. Here, go.
You should look at him.
Okay, I see.
Ooh, look at him shoot Bird Dog. Watch Bird Dog shoot hoop. Come on. Yeah, just watch him shoot hoop.
I saw it.
Bird Dog.
I've
Bird
seen
Dog.
it. I've seen it.
Look Let him shoot the hoops.
Get him out of my face, man. I don't like to look at him. Okay. Now, you've shown me. Okay, don't ever do that again.
I'm voting for Bernie now.
Yeah.
He played basketball, so that's it.
No, you're voting for Kamala.
I'm voting for Bernie just because he shot that hoop.
Oh yeah, and then another like asshole from California, another like California representative named Eric Swalwell, whoever the fuck he is, like a representative. He's from Southern California or something. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna run for president too because I am just so great. You know, like
Sounds
fuck
like
them. They
another
haven't
Trump.
done anything for anyone else. You know, and the thing about somebody like Kamala and Elizabeth Warren, they have been in there. They have always campaigned for other people. Burn Dog never has. Burn Dog's never done shit for anybody. And that was part of it. You know, that's part of it. Like here, he's like whining about how the Democratic Party, how it's a party doesn't like him. Well, you've never done shit for the party. You know, what should they? So that makes a big difference to me. You know, like Elizabeth Warren, especially. You know, I mean, she was a big star. She goes around. She's always gone around helping other candidates, and so is Kamala, and that just makes a big difference to people. I mean, Beto didn't even help people in his own state. He didn't even. You know, so I just hate that. I hate that attitude. I hate people like that. So, wow. Okay, so we have militias on our border, and man, what else? Okay, people are not very happy with their tax returns. Well, some people are happy with their tax returns. A lot of people are not. So take that. We'll see if, I mean, I was reading about, Nancy Pelosi's doing good, man. Nancy Pelosi is throwing shade at, like, the young whippersnappers, and I like it. They're rude, you know.
We let them be rude.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, people said something to her, you know, she was speaking somewhere, and she was talking about, see, she said she's like, a glass of, she said, in her district, in an AOC's in an AOC's district, she said a glass of water would win the Democratic nomination. You know, she included herself in it. Like, yeah, there's some places where a Democrat's going to be elected, like always, and so. I mean, AOC gets all this attention, but there's districts. There's Congress members who flipped seats. And what's said is those are the people that we need to be paying more attention to, because those are the seats that we need to win back to get the presidency, the swing districts.
I think the worst thing we did was bring Trump in. I think
No.
by bringing Trump in.
Oh no, really?
I think voting is just all over the place now. I think there's going to be some people that are just going to vote just to be stupid and vote for people just to do it. Because I knew people who voted for Trump just to have like a change and
Really?
Yeah, I've had people tell me that. Well, you know, his show was funny, so we wanted to put
Really?
something in there different. Yes.
Wow. So how do they feel now?
Like I told you, like the rest of the other Trump supporters, they kind of like, okay,
Wow.
This is a sinking ship. We're all in. We all voted for him, so we got to just go with everything he says, no matter what.
Really? Well, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe then they won't vote for him. I mean, I can understand.
Now,
you know?
maybe next time around they won't vote for
Exactly.
him. And that's what I think is going to wind up happening. But I think as of now, when you go to most Trump supporters, it's kind of like they're not going
These
to
like
admit it.
people you work with.
Oh, all kind of people
Really?
I work with. Yeah, dude, it's funny because they won't admit it. But
Yeah.
I mean, until he actually gets in trouble for something, it's kind of like they can just still play the game with it, you know. And
Wow.
I just don't think he'll get in trouble. I just don't think, you know.
Well, yeah. You know.
I've always said that he'll have to like literally go up and shoot somebody in the head in front of a bunch of people.
Well, that's what he said.
And he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know he said that, but
Yeah.
that's how it is with Trump supporters.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, see,
that's the
you're
only
skewed.
way they can't deny it. But other than that, like now, they can all just say, like, they can spin stuff around because, you know what I'm saying, it's no real shown proof that we can validate. So it's just it is what it is. And right now, they're lucky they can hide it. But I think years down the line, when stuff comes out, we'll all know the truth. But
well, candidates that who won in 2018 were campaigning on health care. That's a big concern for people. I mean, healthcare and the economy. So if people don't like Trump's tax, I mean, that's the big thing, man. That it's all about money. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I said?
Yes.
Okay.
It's all about money. And so people are going to vote their pocketbooks. If people don't like these tax cuts, that is going to make a big difference.
Right. Well.
So, yeah, that and healthcare. I mean, because that's just crazy. That's just crazy, and that is a big thing. So that could make people. I mean, they're constantly polling people that about that on the Fox station I listen to, and then I called in and after the Mueller report and just said, people just need to move on, because there were people going on saying that they voted for Trump but they might not vote for him next time. So I was like, get them, okay?
They're not going to vote for him. They're just, like I said, they're playing this game. They voted for him.
But they might not vote for him again.
And they're not going to vote for him again. Might, but they're not going to do it. But they just can't tell you that because they voted him in the first place. And they know he's a crackpot.
I think these people, I think people are, they're just talking on the radio. I think that's kind of the point. I think the people that, I think people call up to talk on the radio to say stuff they can't say elsewhere.
True, but I don't know, man. I met a lot of people that kind of, they won't admit Trump is, they walk around the Trump question. It's like you bring up stuff about Trump. When they get irritated, they'll say, well, what about this person? What about that person? This person did that. Obama did that.
God, I hate
You know
that.
what I'm saying? And
yeah,
it's like,
what aboutism?
Yeah, and it's
just kills us.
What aboutism is what you call doing
killing us.
Is where you blame someone else because you know what they're doing is wrong too, but you try to validate it by saying this person did it.
I'm just like, I don't give a shit. Similar. I mean, it's like hypotheticals.
Right.
Like I can't stand that. I'm like, no,
right.
If
that's why they say, well, we don't think we're going to vote for Trump next time. We probably most likely won't. But they can't just tell you straight out, we're not going to vote for him because he's a crackpot. They're going to say, we'll see. We most likely won't vote for him. But
well, hey, I'll take that.
I'll take it too.
Yeah.
But it's still just like, man, just say you ain't going to vote for him. Dude was a crackpot.
Well, we got to get somebody. Don't like Burn Dog. Other people
Right.
are saying it
So
too.
what are the similarities?
They're populist move. They both really appeal to people who think that something's been taken away from them.
Mm-hmm.
White guys. The Bernie bros and the Trump and the MAGA guys are basically the same people. And so that was why I just hated Burn Dog so much even in 2016 when he would not drop out and he kept pushing all that negativity. I really blame him a lot for Hillary losing. And I think he was fine. I think he was fine with Trump winning. Personally, I don't think he gave a shit. I think he was glad Hillary and if he cared about the country, he would have dropped out sooner and stopped spewing all that stuff. He would be a fucking man, okay? And so yeah, but he was really tapping in. It was the same thing. I mean, all these idiots talking about how the Democratic Party is so unfair. We're so disaffected. It's like you've never been to a Democratic Party meeting, asshole. Nobody was keeping you out. Okay, it's people that were whining about and bitching about being kept out of things where it's you're white guys, nobody was keeping you out. Okay, so Yeah, real similar people.
All right.
Yes, all right. Okay, thank you so much, everybody.
All right, everybody. This is the ending to global history.
Radio for the World.
RadioForTheWorld.com.
Yes.
Shout out to Dion.
Dion, yeah. I only got to meet you once, Dion. Come back.
Yeah, he's gonna come back through. We're gonna get him back through.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, good.
One of these days, we're gonna have to try to get him on one of your shows too.
That would be really fun.
So-
Yes. Yeah, I was starting to talk with him. I was having a good time. And we will be back on Tuesdays, the 1st and 3rd.
Yes, we will.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Night.
Late.